Hello, my name is Raoul Straathof from KatanaPIM, and today we're going to talk about webshop migration. And we'll do this with our partner Kega. Joachim.
My name is Joachim Dirke. I'm responsible for new business and partnership for Kega. Kega is a digital agency. We work within retail, B2B, and wholesale. We have three key pillars. One is digital solutions, digital strategy, and digital commerce. The last one we're talking about today.
Yeah, so we're talking about webshop migration. What are the trends that you see a lot now with migrating webshops?
I think one of the trends is not replatforming, but going headless and using composable commerce as a strategy for it. That means that you don't do the whole big bang migration, but you only replatform the front end using certain components from the back end.
Yeah, very good. And what is one of the challenges that you see with webshop migration and mainly going headless?
I think deciding what the MVP is, so how big you want to make it. A lot of companies, when they going for a replatform at the front end, they want to do the whole shabam, and if they go composable, they make it as big as they want in their head. But I think one of the key things is that you have to keep it small.
Yeah. And what is one of the things to keep it small? Because when I look at webshop migration, I'll just see, hey, I replatform my e-commerce platform, so I have to do the back end, but I also have to do the front end. Is there a way to go live quicker?
We really believe in going headless without replatforming, so without doing the back end. So you reuse the systems you have already in place, only you give them a different role. And for instance, by going headless, you can start with implementing a new front end with a CMS system. And there you take out the content management system from the backend and implement tooling out of the market, for instance, Storyblock or Contentful, and you implement that in the front.
Yeah, so you can choose, let's say, a more hybrid approach to migrate your webshop and then going gradually and building from there.
Yeah, exactly. And we see one of the trends is when you have a good MVP, it's not big, it's small. So you start with a content management system, maybe a search and merchandise tooling if that facilitates your needs as a retailer, and maybe solutions like loyalty or a PIM solution.
So why choose headless? Let's say over the old e-commerce all-in-one solutions that we saw in the past?
I think there are a few reasons. One of them is you can add value really quickly. You get scalability and you get flexibility at front end.
Yeah, so it's more like you can create a tailor-made based on what the client's wishes are.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then grow accordingly. So then if you look ahead, let's say 5 years ago, 5 years from now, you're not stuck with one solution. But then you're more flexible.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a colleague called Stefan. He has a philosophy he stole from Seth Godin. It's think big, start small.
Oh, that's a very good one, and I think also fits perfectly with the headless solution.
Exactly.
How do you come with the selection for tooling? Because as you said, you're working with a more like a composable setup with where it also means that you have different toolings. One of your roles, I think, as an agency, and also your role as a business developer, very important to advise clients. How does that process look like?
That's a good question. Normally we start with the discovery phase where we do stakeholder interviews with the clients, also with their customers. So we sketch the customer journey, the ideal customer journey, but also the employee journey to fill in that customer journey, because that's what gets forgotten in certain projects. After those stakeholders interviews, we also look into toolings. We look at which toolings we think will fit your needs as a customer. We make a selection of them, we do demos to them, and together with the customer, we make the decision on the best fitting tool for their project.
What are one of the big misconceptions companies have when they arrive at your doorstep asking for webshop migration? What is one of the biggest mistakes they made up front?
I think they look too much at what their competitors are doing. So which platform are they using? Which toolings are they using? You have to look at yourself, look at your strengths. You have to look at where you want to make the difference and focus on that and select your toolings and your project based on that.
Yeah, very good. And I think you already answered it in the previous question, but what are some of the key takeaways that you want to share?
The key takeaway I want to share is that composable commerce doesn't have to be a whole new ecosystem. You can start with a hybrid version with only redoing the platform and select the vendors who will add the most value for you as a company.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.